we will see how we can catch all the nested routes. Let's talk about a scenario where you have a root app folder. Inside this root app folder, you have a book folder. Let's say this book has multiple lessons, and then these lessons have multiple chapters, and these chapters have multiple paragraphs. If you look at the folder structure from top, we can see it's localhost colon 3000 slash book slash lesson 1 slash chapter 1 slash paragraph 1. Catch all segments takes care of such scenarios in a very simple and the easiest way. You really don't have to worry about what kind of dynamic nested routes are present in the middle. Even if you delete chapter 1, then also there won't be a much of an impact, and it will be like book slash lesson 1 slash paragraph 1. So with catch all segments, you can simply route through multiple lessons with multiple chapters with multiple paragraphs with just three dots in a square bracket with the name of the slug. In this route, you could be capable of accessing n number of routes inside the book folder with page.js by accessing the params from the props. Let's take a practical example on catch-all segments. Basically, a square bracket inside which three dots with the folder name. Let's create a new folder named book inside our app folder, basically inside our root. To have a catch-all segment route, let's create a new folder with a square bracket, and inside it let's have three dots with the name of the slug. For now, let's use the name slug itself. It is as similar as the spread operator in JavaScript. Here, you will be capable of destructuring or accessing all the routes using the page.tsx inside this square bracket slug folder. Let's try to export a React component to catch all the routes inside this slug. For this, let's create a component called book routes, and let's try to return, which returns I am multiple section of books. Now if you try to access any page inside the book route, you could be capable of accessing them, and the response will be I am multiple section of books. Let's say for chapter 1 it's saying the same, and for lesson 1 it's again saying the same, and for paragraph 1 it is saying the same. Similar to the dynamic routes, we'll have the access to the params again. So I'll have access to the params. Let's define the type of this params. So again, the props will be an object, and inside props we'll receive params as a key, and its value will be again object. Inside this object we'll have the name. So the name of this folder we have put is slug. So our prop will be slug, and this will be an array of string with which you could be capable of accessing all the routes properly. Now, if I console.log terms, it says for this route, chapter 1, lesson 1, paragraph 1, the slug is chapter 1, lesson 1, paragraph 1, right? So, it's a array of string. Let's try to return different sets of UI based on the length of the params which is coming, right? So, if if params dot, first of all, let's do a destructure. If slug.length double equals 1, then we will return that it is gonna just have chapter. So I am of slug0 of book. If slug.length double equals 2, then I will return I am at slug0 slug1 of book. Similarly, if my length is gonna be 3, I'm at slug0 slug1 slug2 of book. This will basically return you the UI in a proper manner, and in the end you can return a default, you can do a default return I am a book. Then let's try to access different pages. Let's try to put some spaces around. If you can see, for this page it's chapter 1 lesson 1. I am at chapter 1 lesson 1 paragraph 1 of book. If I remove this and try to access, I am at chapter 1 lesson 1 of book. If I remove this, I am at chapter 1 of book. This is how catch-all segments routes are implemented in Next.js. Let's talk about the optional catch-all segments. In Next.js, catch-all segments can be made optional by including the parameter in the double square brackets with the similar kind of naming convention as catch-all segments. And basically the difference between catch-all segments and optional catch-all segments is that with optional route, the route without the parameter is also matched. Like let's say slash book in the example that you will see. It says 404, this page could not be found, which is basically automatically handled this 404 as it is not able to find this page. Next.js takes care of it automatically. Now, but if I want to show or handle this scenario by this page itself, how can I do it? Next.js again provides a special name on top of this, which is gonna be, if I rename this folder with square again a top level square bracket in the start and bracket, closing square bracket in the end, then let's see what happens. It says cannot read property undefined of length, because now it has become optional. So this makes the catch-all segment as optional catch-all segments. Basically, there can be scenario where that particular slug is not available. For that, we can add the optional chaining and check if slug.length is available or not. In this case, we have entered that, and now if I try to access a book, it will return the default statement I am a book. This is it for this tutorial. See you in the next tutorial. In the upcoming video, we will talk about file allocation, as well as in the later tutorials we will also talk about private folders. Thank you so much for taking time till the end of this video. I hope you have learned new things and improved your Next.js skills. Please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you so much for watching.